Technology has become such a huge thing in the world today, and what we find is that everybody is plugged in, everybody is connected in some way. And if you look around, you will find that even the smallest child is plugged in, right? And it's shocking to see that this plugged in mode is causing people to behave in a sort of robotic fashion. It's causing people to not be able to interact with other people. It's causing people to be in a shut-in or a selfish mode. People are hurrying home from their jobs, from school, from places just to sit at home and stare at a computer screen. Or they just want to sit and be alone with their phones, just scrolling through. So human interaction has absolutely left the building. And I don't think that is a good thing. I don't think we're heading in the right direction. I actually think that is unhealthy. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Lenny. Welcome back to my channel. So fabulous, people. It is yet another gorgeous Wednesday. And that means that it is another great opportunity for you to live your best life. I want you to remember that trials and storms are there to strengthen us in life. So just keep moving, keep grinding, keep being persistent. Today I want to talk to you about unplugging from your technology for just a moment and living in your present reality. Can we talk about that? Let's do it. So I was on my morning walk last week Friday when I noticed that the children who were leaving their homes all had their heads bent and they were staring at their cell phones in their hands, right? So I was looking at these teenagers, and believe it or not, they were all moving in auto mode. So while they were walking, I noticed that not one of them looked up from their phones. So they opened the door of their houses, eyes still glued to their phone. Shut the door, eyes still glued to their phone. Walk the pathway to the gates of their houses, eyes still glued to their phone. Open the gate, eyes still glued to the phone. Shut the gate, eyes still glued to the phone. Turned and proceeded to walk up the sidewalk that led to their school or to the bus stop, and their eyes were still glued to the phone. It was crazy. I was looking at these teens and I was wondering, what was so captivating on the phone that they couldn't even look up or look around or be aware or conscious of what was around them? And it was even yesterday that my husband and I were on our morning walk again, and we noticed a group of teenagers doing the exact same thing. Everybody's head was just locked onto their phone. Nobody was looking around. Nobody was aware or conscious of who was walking past them. Nobody was even making an effort to look up to see, you know? It was like a scene out of a movie. These teenagers were moving in complete auto mode. It was as if they were hearing some sort of voice that was inaudible to my husband and I, and this voice was instructing them to keep your eyes glued to the phone, don't look up, now turn left, now turn right, now walk straight. Automatic mode. They were literally missing out on how beautiful the morning was. They were all just locked into their phones, you know. They were heading in the same direction, walking the same path, but they were not conversing with each other. It was almost robotic. The air was fresh and they didn't notice that. Trees were swaying in the breeze and their eyes didn't notice that. People were passing them by and they didn't even notice that. So my hubby and I, we stood there and we looked at this and we were like, damn, is this how the future is going to be? You know, is this what mankind is going to be like in the future? Everybody was so robotic, moving together, yet not even recognizing each other, not even acknowledging each other. So I want you to wake up, people. Wake up and live. Wake up and be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the people around you. Be aware of nature. Feed your eyes on beautiful things. There are so many things outside to look at instead of just staring all day at a phone screen or at a computer screen. Wake up and be active. Wake up and interact with good friends and good family. Wake up and be a part of what's going on instead of being locked into a virtual world for the entire day. There is more to life than just your virtual world. So it's time to get up and start experiencing that. Now, there are families where interaction is so minimal because everybody is plugged into some sort of technological gadget. From mommy, daddy, right down to the smallest child, everybody is plugged in. And even when these families have to interact, what they do is that they may WhatsApp each other or IM each other, and they're all in the same house, but nobody is making the effort to go and speak face to face with each other. Everybody's instant messaging and, sending a message here on Twitter or sending a message here on Instagram or sending a message here on Facebook, and all of the interaction, the family interaction, is being thrown out the door. And you also have little children under 5 even, who are not as active as they used to be before. Because children before, you would see them outside playing, or you would see them up and about and prancing, running and jumping and having fun and just enjoying their childhoods. And today what we find is that children are now sitting all day long glued to an iPad or glued to a phone or glued to a computer, because all the games are on the computer or the iPad or the phone. All of the shows are on these different mediums. So children are no longer as active as they used to be. And as a result of that, we have children who are lazy, children who have a lot of medical problems like diabetes or even being overweight at such a young age. Now, all of this can be avoided if we just get up and move some more. Get up and interact with each other some more. Put the phone down, put the iPad down, turn off the computer, get outside and interact. And you might say, oh, rain is falling or outside is cold or you don't have anywhere to go. Well, if your family is on the inside with you, talk to your family. You don't have to sit at a dining table to have a formal chit chat or a meeting. Just gather around in a room. It doesn't have to be the living room. It could be your bedroom, and everybody just sit and chat, sit and know each other. There are people who live with each other and they don't even know who the other person is. And why? Because they're always on their phones, always on their computers, always on their iPads, always plugged in to some virtual social medium, that they don't even take the time to know the people who are around them. And I think that's a very, very sad thing, because after I watched those teens yesterday and last week just moving as robots, and they were all on the same path, going in the same direction, not talking to each other, everybody's heads were down like this. It was just such a sad sight to see. And I think we as individuals, we as humans, we can do so much better than this. We are eliminating human interaction from our day-to-day activities. And when we do this, what we're going to find is in the future, we're going to have a lot of selfish, stone-cold people who are not even bothered when they do something wrong to somebody else, because other people are just going to seem like things to them, because they're gone so far away from human interaction that if they do something that insults somebody else, they wouldn't see it as an insult. Or if they do something that offends somebody, they wouldn't see it as that, because they're so plugged into this virtual world where everything is not real, that when they get into the real world, they cannot function. So take your lives back, people. Don't let these gadgets consume you and take up all of your time, because it is unhealthy. Know that you ought to use your time wisely, so you should divide your time accordingly. Don't let all of your social mediums, your social apps like Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Snapchat, YouTube, I know they have this game, Pokemon Go. Don't let all of these things take up your time. Believe me when I tell you that there is a life outside of all of this. and it's just there waiting for you to make it happen. So I want you to put your phones down, put your computers down, your iPads, put all of these technological gadgets down, and get up, go outside, make time to exercise, make time to meet face to face with people and interact with people that you care about. There is a world outside of all of this technology, and you ought to start living it. Your social mediums is not where life is at. It's a part of your life, but don't let it consume you. Don't let it become your entire life. Don't let it become the thing that you always have to resort to. You're sitting at the bus stop, you have people there with you, and you can't even chat with the people around you because you're so much more comfortable just scrolling through an app on your phone to see what's up. You can't even say hello to the person next to you. Human interaction is dying, people. And I think it's very important that we try to bring it back. We try to keep it at a maximum. So like I was saying earlier, put your phones down, put your computers down, put your iPads down. Go outside and live exclusively in your current moment. Enjoy your current moment. Make sure and take the most advantage of your current moments. There's so much more to do than just sit there and stare at a phone screen or a computer screen. Wake up and start to live. Wake up and take your lives back. Because believe you me, you sitting there absorbed in that medium 24/7 is not living. You're just existing. So start living today. Get up and start to move. So this is where I think I'm going to end my video for today. It was more of encouragement for you to get up and move, get up and start living, get up and stop existing, right? So I hope that the video blessed you in some way or the other, and if it did, be sure to share it with your friends and family and encourage them to also get up and move. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video or you agreed with what I said, click the thumbs up button, and I'm going to be sure to see you next time around. But before I go, let's say what we say all the time. Be you, stay true, and let your authentic self shine. Bye! Now, the first of my selected 3 is a quote that my high school principal used to say all the time. And it goes like this: the consciousness of success is ample reward. Now, when I heard this quote, I found it to be so